David, what is the positional group that needs to take the biggest strides in the next month?
Offensive line, of course, Mark. We've seen the issues there. Florida running the ball lately the last couple of years. I think it does get better just because of the philosophical change. And look, when Emory Jones come in the last couple of years to run the ball as a quarterback, Florida, everybody in the stadium knew a run was coming. Everybody knew the offensive line struggled blocking for the running backs. Emory Jones still averaged 6.4 yards a carry these last couple of years there. So just a style in offense, I think, helps. And they'll be trained for it in spring and fall camp coming up for it. There's going to be some improvement there. How big improvement, I think, is the question. They will be better. They got to figure out their starting five and their next 2 or 3 deep there to feel pretty comfortable about the offensive line. But they'll be better. Then, of course, on the other side of the ball, it starts in the secondary. All the communication issues Florida had. You got to find a cornerback that you can feel pretty confident in opposite Kyer Elam there. There's Jason Marshall, the 5-star early enrollee who's on campus. He's impressed early so far. Can he be that guy opposite, or is a guy who's already been on campus? And then safety, Trey Dean returned. This is the first time he'll be able to say he's been able to play the same position in back-to-back years. That's going to be big for this Gator defense and Trey Dean playing that safety role there. So Kyer Elam, Trey Dean will be your leaders back there. I think you point to, and all the communication issues, all the coaching changes back there in the secondary have got to be fixed. It starts with those new coaches. It starts with Trey Dean and Kyer Elam, guys who went through it a whole lot last year. So offensive line and the secondary for Florida, that's the 2 biggest positions that have to be fixed for Florida to go and compete with Georgia to win the SEC East and go play in Atlanta.
Our guy George in the live chat, a big Gator fan, David, is suggesting that the NCAA institute a rule that shoe throwing is only a 5-yard penalty, and that would ensure a win. I'm sure you've heard way too many jokes on all that, but George diving in with another one right there. And David, we're also going to take it very light and easy on Dan Mullen tonight. No Dan Mullen questions outside of just running the offense. We're going to leave him alone for this time. David and I, if you want to hear the Dan Mullen criticism and discussion, certainly catch our segments over with Dave over the last month of 6 weeks. And I'm sure over on Gators Breakdown, I'm sure that's almost a weekly conversation is brought up by the live chat over there. So David, we always appreciate it, man.
Mark, he told us last week he learned from a lot of that this past year and what he can get away with and all that kind of stuff. So we'll see. We'll see. He's still got to be himself. He's still got to be comfortable and be himself. But, of course, I'm sure he'll be watching what he says out in the public from now on.
Absolutely. David Waters, Gators Breakdown. And again, whether you watch Florida football, if you're just a big college football fan and keep track of the big programs, you got to catch Gators Breakdown here on YouTube. And again, your favorite audio platform as well. David, we always appreciate it.
Thanks, Mark.
Have a good night.
You too.